All right, so we first told you about Ronnie Johnson in November. He was blind and living on the streets when two volunteers raised money to help him after his wife passed away.
Yeah, that turned into a mission to find him a permanent place to live, and now much more. Tonight, WMAR 2 News' Abby Isaacs checked back in with the trio to see how it's going. Hey, Abby. Well, Mallory and Skylar, this is really a story of how all three of their lives were changed. These volunteers, Colleen and Jill, helped Ronnie when he needed it most, but he also changed their way of thinking, expanding their nonprofit to help with homelessness across the city. And as he recovers from a recent stroke, he already has plans to join them.
When I hit the curb and you were like, Jill, I'm the blind one. Why can't you drive?
Laughing and joking like three old friends.
To me, they're part of my family.
Love, built out of a difficult journey.
We need more people like them to come along and help those that need the help.
Jill Franquelli and Colleen Rippey met Ronnie Johnson while he was living on the streets. With their nonprofit, Simple Sacrifice, they deliver lunches every Sunday, and Ronnie would always come meet them, often breaking out into song and stealing their hearts. And when Ronnie's wife died, Jill and Colleen took to Facebook to raise money to help him out. They put him up in a hotel and took him to get a suit from Sharp Dressed Man.
Nice, Ronnie. How's it feel?
His story resonated with people. They raised over $10,000.
For the first time, we were like, okay, this is way beyond lunches. Like, what's the first step?
The mission turned to finding him a permanent place to live. And luckily, his family, who he'd lost touch with, saw the story and stepped in.
And I'm very comfortable and very happy. All your dreams are on their way.
Now he's living at his cousin's house in Dundalk, recovering from another stroke that took what little vision he had left. But he doesn't let any of that bring him down. Instead, he wants to use his experience to help others in need.
Everybody needs someone to encourage them to go in the right direction. And if they really want to, they can.
Jill and Colleen say this is not just a happy ending. It's the beginning of a new goal to help many more like Ronnie.
We know that a community can come together to make something happen for an individual. And if we can just do it one person at a time, yeah, that's how you change the world.
And when Ronnie's well enough, you know he'll be out there with them, giving the love that changed his life.
I'm so happy that they've come into my life.
So now I know I've asked you guys this before. Now, the money that Jill and Colleen raised, they've also been putting that towards getting him a wheelchair, making that home wheelchair accessible, and getting him some clothes so that he can go through physical therapy. But really, this isn't just about having the resources to help. It's about wanting to help and having that passion and that love. And they say that is really what goes a long way.
He looks comfortable in his new home.
Yes, he's very happy. And for the first time in a while, he just feels like he can rest and recover and be loved.
I was going to say, he's really resilient. Obviously, a lot of things have come his way negatively, so to speak, and still he manages to have a positive attitude with all this, right?
Yeah, I mean, you could see he was just singing, and he's just so happy. And even when I met him a few months ago, he was happy, even though he was going through the worst of it at that point. So I think he's really an example of, you know, it's not so bad. Like, you really can just go out and just give a little bit of your time, and that's really what changes people's attitudes. So.
All right, Abby, thank you. We appreciate it.